Simple Minds will be at the National Stadium tomorrow night as part of their first major United Kingdom tour for 3 years. But last year they were centre stage at the Wembley Stadium concert to mark the 70th birthday of the African National Congress leader, Nelson Mandela. The band is strongly opposed to apartheid in South Africa, and it's aware that its concert is taking place in a stadium owned by the Welsh Rugby Union, which has said it won't forbid its rugby stars going to play in South Africa later this year. It's certain that on this stage tomorrow night, Simple Minds will make a very powerful appeal against apartheid in South Africa. They'll also suggest to the audience of 50,000 how they might respond to the situation here and criticise the British involvement with South Africa. But they've decided not to make any direct attack on the policies of the Welsh Rugby Union, from whom, after all, they've hired this national stadium. So far, no Welsh rugby player has accepted an invitation, but some prominent Welsh rugby figures are going to attend the South African centenary celebrations as guests. This evening, the band's drummer made an appeal to anyone contemplating going to South Africa. What do you feel about Welsh rugby players going and playing in South Africa?
I think it's really bad, and I wish they would come back or don't go at all. I mean, I don't agree with it at all.
Do you want to use tonight as an opportunity to make an appeal to them?
My only appeal is that stop what you're doing, basically, and do not go. Don't go to South Africa.
"50,000 fans roared their approval for the strong stand that the rock band takes against apartheid. Chris Morgan reports.
Simple Minds, we're the artists against apartheid.
Even before their first appearance on stage, these artists against apartheid were challenging the audience with shocking footage of a prisoner's maltreatment in South Africa. And then it wasn't long before Jim Kerr, the lead singer, was inviting the audience to show their support for the jailed African National Congress leader, Nelson Mandela.
For the black and white people of South Africa, for the freedom of South Africa, Nelson Mandela!
Jim Kerr's delighted that Welsh rugby players aren't going to South Africa this year, but he said he wouldn't wear a Welsh rugby shirt on stage because in the past it had been tainted with the blood of apartheid.
It's against every ethic I have as a human being and as a Christian. That's what our grandfathers fought in the war on Nazism. It might sound hysterical, but when there's people being hung and tortured and murdered, that is hysteria, you know. It's time to get kind of hysterical when that's going on. Everyone knows it's going on.
Why is South Africa so important to you?
Our government, the government we have just now, as far as I can see, is a huge, ally with the South African government. And I just want to do what I can to make my protest heard. I am a songwriter. I can write songs.
Are you at all worried that some of your fans may think you're becoming too political, perhaps raising their consciousness rather than entertaining them?
I do worry about that, but I have no choice. Someone's given us some kind of a gift, and it's a gift, I think, that manages to make people feel uplifted, perhaps even sort of motivated. It's a positive noise, and we want to have a manifesto that suits.